going to start at Turf Moor, Stevie.
Mm.
And Arsenal just seem to be able to score at will against anybody they please. It was 5, it could have been more against Burnley, and they're keeping pace with Liverpool at the top of the table. What did you make of Arsenal's performance today?
Well, I guess if you go away from home in the Premier League and win 5-0, you can't get anything other than praise. And I think the key was the fact that they scored early. Odegaard with a beautiful half volley into the bottom corner. And then from there, it was plain sailing. You know, Burnley, generally Burnley try and play football. So going behind early, they kind of got pushed into trying to play toe-to-toe with Arsenal. And there's not many teams anywhere, never mind just the Premier League, they can go toe-to-toe with Arsenal because they've got football players. Mm-hmm. As I said, Odegaard with the force, Martinelli causing havoc down the left-hand side. Trossard playing centre-forward today, got brought down for the penalty and got a goal as well. It was just a completely dominating performance, but the early goal really, for me, was the reason that this was such a canter.
Yeah.
It was 5. It could have been more. And quite frankly, as good as Arsenal were, I think anybody going to Burnley really doesn't have too much to worry about. They really didn't offer anything, whether it was defensively or whether it was an attack. For me, they just don't play the right way. They can't go toe-to-toe with anybody, never mind Arsenal. They have to change the game. They're not going to do it now at this stage of the season. And so it's relegation for them. But for Arsenal, it was a champion's performance. Completely dominated the game, scored 5 goals away from home. Thanks for coming.
3 at home to Liverpool, 6 at West Ham, now 5 at Burnley. Are Arsenal exactly where Mikel Arteta wants them to be at this stage of the season?
No, he wants them to be top of the league.
Exactly.
No. Listen, right now it's not in their hands, and that is the problem that Arsenal have. It's fantastic for Arteta and for Arsenal players and Arsenal fans that they're producing right now, but unfortunately, as we speak, the 2 sides above them are doing exactly the same thing. So, yeah, you got to praise them for the way they're playing, the goals they're scoring, but unfortunately, it's not in their hands, and that is huge at this stage of the season.
There are many things to love about you, Stevie, but the minute I was halfway through that question, I thought, I know exactly what he's going to say. So I'm going to reword it. Is Mikel Arteta, or does he have Arsenal playing exactly the way he wants them to play right now?
Well, I hope so. If he's not happy with 5-0 away at Burnley, then he's never going to be happy. So, yes.
Okay, thank you. Could have asked you that first time round and saved all the hassle. Never mind. We speak about Saka, who I don't think there's one Premier League player who scored more goals in 2024 in the calendar year than Bukayo Saka. But Martin Odegaard of late hasn't really been among the goals, but he's still been that kind of key player. Is he the linchpin? Is he the one who is crucial to the way that Arsenal attack, the way that Arsenal protect? And I say unsung hero, he gets plenty praise, but is he their key player right now?
Are you talking about Odegaard or Saka?
Yes, Odegaard.
No, I think honestly, if you were to take Odegaard out of Arsenal, they would still win. If you were to take Martinelli out, they still win. I think if you take most players out, they'll still win. Saka, for me, is the key for Arsenal. I think if you take him out of that starting 11, I think the opposition looks at this team a little differently. So, as good as Odegaard was today and has been recently, I think Saka really is the key for Arsenal in the quest to win the title. He's as important to Arsenal as Mo Salah is to Liverpool. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, we'll get to Mo and Liverpool very shortly. Any chance for Porto, by the way, against an Arsenal side in this type of form when they meet in the Champions League in midweek?
Listen, there's always a chance, but I don't think anybody realistically can look at this tie, particularly over 2 legs. Maybe a one-off game, but over 2 legs, you got to think that certainly on paper, Arsenal have too much quality, and certainly the way they're playing should be too much for Porto. So they got a chance, they got a puncher's chance, but yeah, no question, Arsenal big favourites.